Greetings and salutations, dear Vikings. Welcome to Solasta Crown of the Magister. We finally have reached the point where there are no more DLCs coming. The game is in its final stage, and I have waited for this moment quite some time because I am a connoisseur of tabletop RPGs. I love Solasta from the very beginning, and I love all around dice rolling, so I'm in my elements. Strategical turn-based combat with dice rolls together sounds fantastic. What we're gonna do here is we are gonna play Crown of the Magister campaign and then move onwards to the new campaign, Palace of the Ice. The community in the meantime was so kind as to create a character. For those who are not familiar with Solasta, we will do one character and then build the group together and then jump into Crown of the Magister campaign. Down below you will have all the categories or timestamps, so you can jump forward if you want to jump straight to the Crown of the Magister campaign. You can do that. If not, stick around and learn with us together. I'll try to be as educational as well in terms of like game mechanics at play, etc. If you have any questions or are confused by what's going on, or don't understand a certain mechanic, feel free to comment down below. I'll make my best to answer them all as we are playing through Solasta and also preparing for Baldur's Gate 3, where we have a giveaway running for it. Wink, wink. Hop in our Discord to know more. So, we're going to quickly create a new character, just to give a quick understanding on how this works. First of all, my suggestion is always picture a figure, picture a character that has a personality, how he thinks, how he ticks, where is he from, what kind of race he is, etc, etc, to kind of have an easier time with this here. That is if you are a role player. Of course, a lot of people are min-maxes and want the best stats and whatnot. So my rule of thumb to make it interesting and exciting in a sense, I think of a character, create that character, pick backgrounds and other things that fits to him, and then use the character. And when we're gonna come to the stats, ability scores, I'm gonna show you how I am creating or how I'm rolling there. We're gonna make very simple. I mean, why not? Let's have a gnome. So this is a new faction. Let's do a shadow gnome. Interesting. Gets a +1 dex, is stealth proficient, and you know the annoying bee cantrip. Intelligence is your spellcasting ability for it. Okay, so we know the annoying bee cantrip. Very nice cantrip with dark vision, and we have a movement set of 5. Yeah, why not? Let's play a female character. So we have picked our race, and we got, as we can see over here, our modifiers. We have a +1 in dexterity, and we have a +2 in intelligence. So, what can I see you be? How about... Oh, this might be interesting. How about a monk? How about we make you a monk and go on martial skills? So, once you've chosen your monk, you can have a look at what goes on in higher level, and it gives you an explanation on what happens on the next levels, what kind of abilities you unlock, and gives you a little bit of an understanding. So take your time and read through each class and their higher level parts. And then, of course, at level 3, you have to choose a tradition. So we have 1 out of 4 traditions. We're not going to be there in this run, and I don't think we have a monk in our group that the community has put together. So at level 3 you have a multitude of choices here. If you want an in-depth breakdown on how to create a character and what's going on, let me also know. I'll gladly provide such a video. So we're starting with a monk outfit, a short sword, and Dungeoneer's pack. Do you want a quarterstaff? Let's go with a short sword. Kind of feels the vibe of the little one. Validate that. So over here you can change out what kind of equipment you want to change, only specific to your class. So you can't like choose heavy armor if your character cannot wear that. So we are proficient in saving throws related to strength and dexterity. We can use monk weapons, simple weapons, and short swords. We have monk skills. That means I can choose 2 out of acrobatic, athletics, history, insight, religion, and stealth. I have smithing tools. I have unarmed defense. When I'm not wearing any armor, my class equals 10 plus my dexterity modifier. Dexterity modifiers, we're going to come to that in a bit when we are on the attribute score. Then we have martial arts. You can roll a d4 in place of the normal damage of your unarmed strike or monk weapon while not wearing any armor or shield. This die chance gives you again at level 5 and so on. Okay, so the dice is basically just getting more powerful as higher we become. And then we have the bonus unarmed strike, so I can stab with the sword and hit with my unarmed weapon. It's like a double attack, bam bam. Very powerful from early on to have, because double attacks is it is, I tell you not, something strong. So a monk, our dear monk of the Shadow Gnomes. I can imagine that you have been either a wanderer, so you were born in the marshes and were just running around, living like a hermit, and keep to yourself. Or how about a spy? Yeah. Going teaching the ways of your tantra, and in the meantime spying for people. I mean, who would suggest a monk to be a spy for their state? Very interesting. So over here you pick a background that fits, as I said, to your character. There's some that says over here, additional background is not associated with any specific quest line to the Crown of the Magister. So these backgrounds that don't have that exclamation mark eye thing going on, they have a little bit of a stronger impact on the campaign. The other ones are just like background and flair and give you some sort of specific features that you can be good at. So we are very cautious and we're greedy. We're a greedy little gnome. Of course, we want ever more. And then 2 additional personality flags. Greed and lawfulness. Yes. Beautiful. This determines how your character will act, talk, and it's super well done. Depending on your personality, how your character will talk in conversations. Super funny. Super funny. So now we are at the dice. How I do it is I give myself a maximum of 5 dice rolls. I don't go with the standard array. I don't go into point buy. I like it. I like the thrill of danger in a sense. So I am not accepting this one, although this is not a bad roll overall. So first dice roll, 5 maximum, we said, right? Oof, 2 6s. That's the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and last but not least, the 5th one. Well, there we go. We have 1 9. That is actually overall not bad at all. Since we're gonna go in unarmed defense and be mostly nakey bakey, we're gonna grab dexterity. Put this over here. And as you can see, the dexterity gave us a +3. That means everything that goes up from 10 in a spacing of 2, so 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and so on and so forth, will give you each step of 2 a +1. Meaning, because I have 16, that's 3 steps of 2 from 10, right? It is a +3. If I at some point manage my dexterity to increase to an 18, this will turn to a +4. So, and the unarmed defense already gives me a basic defense of a 10, and will add my dexterity modifier to it. So, in order to get hit by an enemy, the enemy needs to roll a 13 or above. So that's how the hit things work. Also, every level we're gonna roll a hit dice, 1d8, to decide how much max HP we're gonna get to it, and so on and so forth. Good. Let's see here. We get a +2 from our ancestry on intelligence. Let's put 9 into strength, since we don't really need that. Let's put a 16 into wisdom, a 14 into constitution, the 12 into intelligence, and the other 12 into charisma. Overall, very good rolls here. Very good rolls. There we go. So, and now we have a 1d8. So we get an 8 plus our constitution modifier. That's a 2. And our max life should be at this point on 10. But we'll see later on. We'll see later on. So now I can choose things I am more or less a little bit more proficient in. So I can choose between acrobatics, athletics, history, insights, religion, and stealth. Dexterity checks, cover it. I'm gonna go for acrobatics. And I'm gonna go for insights. Using my wisdom modifier, since we have wisdom on 16, that's pretty nice to have. Then poisoner's kit and smith's kit we have a proficiency in, and we're good with simple weapons and short swords. And we know the language of dwarves. And who are we spying for? We spied on elves. Yeah, let's go with dwarves and elves. Sounds good. Sounds good. And I know the spy code book as well as language and gnomish. Fair enough. Now to the character creation itself in terms of like customization. Customization is not as deep because first of all, it was their first game that they did, so the budget was not that high. And second of all, they focused more on the storyline itself. So let's see if we find something that strikes our fancy as a spy. Probably something that is like very common. There we go. But I don't want necessarily a scar because that it's like too pointing out from there. Or maybe she was a spy and lost and cannot spy anymore because she was found and got a big axe swing into the face and survived it somehow. That sounds good. Let's take that one. Body decoration. We can have a little bit of a tattoo stuff going on if you want to. And I don't think we want to. I think that scar is more than enough. So grayish, bluish. There we go. It's a little bit sicklish even. The eye color shall be also very blue or icy blue. And middle-aged voice. Let's hear it.
Hold on! Nice little warm-up.
Thanks, I feel better.
It's freezing.
Yeah, voice 2 sounds good. Is she, and we're gonna give her the name. Let's use the randomizer here. We are going for Vilma of the clan Bobroch. Vilma of Bobroch. There we go. And with that, we have finalized our character and can use it then for all kinds of new adventures. As I said, the community has created. We're going to play in Iron Man mode. And we're going to play in the authentic mode for players who want an authentic tabletop rule set. Exactly. So, fingers crossed, this will be very spicy. If we die, it's over. But that just gives the extra charm to it, I would dare to say. So, I want to have only a look at my personal characters over here. Aww, look at Ned. I remember Attila creating this character. So, here we are having Kormakr. We are having Raguk. And we are having Dastina. And last but not least, Adamantius Dor, a druid dwarf. Very interesting compilation. We have a tiefling warlock. We have an half-orc ranger. We have an half-elf or elf fighter. I'm not sure if it was half-elf or elf. And we have a dwarf druid. this shall be our constellation of our adventure. And with that, we're jumping in. We're gonna have our typical beginning in the tavern, and I found it very clever how they introduced the characters into each other, and how they introduce you into some sort of like little tutorial, you could say, on how to play.
Before the cataclysm, there were no gods on Solasta. No humans either. Then, the rift opened. Some say it was a magical accident, or the work of an evil god. No one knows for sure. The cataclysm destroyed the old High Elf Empire. Manicalan, they called it, and twisted the land beyond recognition. Now, only the brave and the foolish go there, in search of ancient treasures. But something is happening deep in those Badlands. Whatever it is, it can't be good.
It is the year 1024 after the cataclysm. New states have arisen around the Badlands and crave its treasures. Newly discovered roads offer a safe route into the ruined heart of the Empire from the Principality of Mascath, upsetting the balance of power. The Legacy Council is formed to ensure that this knowledge is shared. It issues a call for agents to explore the Badlands in its name. Adventurers flock to Caer Kiflin, the Principality's capital and the home of the Council. 4 strangers meet in the Crave Keep's cask, close to the council chambers. And such our brave adventurers meet in the tavern. What a classical beginning. Cataclysm? Humans not being there? Elves? Oh. Is Geralt of Rivia also here? Oh, look at that tail going on there on Court Macro.
This beer tastes like donkey piss. Not that I'm complaining.
Is this the place for the Legacy Council job? Hope I'm not too late.
Ran into a bit of trouble on the way here.
Sit, relax. Perhaps you'd enjoy a pint of this obnoxious ale.
You're not too late, friend. We're all here for the same reason. Grab a
You're
chair.
here.
Another round, barkeep. 4 of your finest flagons of donkey piss, please.
Looks like you've been waiting here a while.
Indeed. You mentioned something about some trouble. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, I was making my way here when 3 bandits leapt from the bushes with crossbows. They dragged me off to some decrepit prison and tossed me in a filthy cell that smelled of rat piss. Don't know what was holding the place up.
His face, unbelievable. And as you learn a little bit from every character, what happened before they ended up here, and the game teaching a little bit of basic understanding of what's going on. We, of course, don't necessarily need it, and will guide you through it. Wow. Adamantius is our first to control. So let's have a look with you. So can I disable the tutorials in a sense? Character selection and basic movement. Let's figure out if I can disable them really quickly, and I shall return. Good, we're back. Tips and tricks disabled. We can figure this out on our own. So we are in the cells. Let's be cautious. Who knows what awaits us here? Okay, X marks the spot, I guess, or not? So we can crawl beneath it to the other side. What kind of spells do we have? We have lights, exactly. I forgot completely about that. So holding Alt is highlighting things that you can interact with. Comes very in handy. So we always know where something is. And we found a torch. And we're gonna use set torch. There we go. Let's keep on moving. A little bit of a spooky atmosphere here. Uh-huh. Voices on the other side. Let's push this stone out. Wow. What a strong shoulder, my friends. What a strong shoulder. So let's move up here. Apparently there's a chest over there. Let's get up to this place. No path destination. Okay. So I have to come up a little bit higher. Also, once the group is together, we're gonna have a look at the whole crew in terms of like kind of stance they have and whatnot. Oh, it's pushing that one out and then being able to come to the treasure chest. Fair enough. Push the tower or the pillar. And such the pillar blows. I love how they managed to capture great atmosphere. I mean, graphically it's not a Baldur's Gate 3, but still, it plays smooth. And it has its own charm. It has a very, very own unique charm. And I am really enjoying it. And I hope you too. We got a healing potion. Loot it all. Let's bash that wall in. Oh no! Oh boy. I guess the bandits are no more. They squished under the weights of... Yep, they're dead. They're no more. Oh, poor souls. Poor souls. So, got some food that you found. I mean, that sounds better than anything. Oh, I found even my whole set of armor. Spear
So you escaped
and whatnot.
unscathed. Well done, my friend.
This council needs to get organized. They have no right to keep us waiting like this.
I don't mind waiting as long as they pay us for our bloody time.
Well, let me tell you my story then. I too was accosted on the way here, but I faced my foes head on.
So, what are you waiting for? Spit it out, why don't you?
Voice acting is funny sometimes. Love it. Get it out. Seems like an orc way to do. So, our dear rapier fighter. Our initiative was a higher roll. Get rid of the wolves. So... could walk over here. Or I could move back and do a ready action. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move back and do an ready action melee. Ready action triggered. There we go. The first wolfie bites the dust. Second one is moving up and hits a 6. That does miss. With a shield. With advantage because they have group tactics. So, thing is, if I move up here, I'll get attack of opportunity. If I shove you... let's see, can I shove diagonally? Let's move up here, and then I want to shove, and we want to push away. And I want to push away the doggo. Oh my goodness! I am so sorry. So sorry. Of course, he has an attack of opportunity. Therefore, I'm just gonna walk over here with the attack, and they're gonna push you down as well. That's a 9. That misses. Perfect. Same thing again. Push away. Okay. Not strong enough to push. We're gonna do this next turn. That's a 7. That misses even so. And the last shove. Bye, little doggo. So, disengage and push the rock. I mean, there's nobody else here. Oh, here comes one. Oh, I see. That's the task here. As I am the first to go, I need to disengage. So what happens here when you are triggering an attack in the close quarters, you will need to extra use a disengage action in order to be able to move away without him being able to give you an attack of opportunity. So we're disengaged now. That means I can move up here and activate the boulder. Does the boulder fall on him? Boulder crashes. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow.
What a bunch of namby-pambies. You're lucky you weren't attacked by Sorax.
That's right, mate. It's always good to be lucky.
The Badlands are thick with them, shape-shifting bastards.
Go easy on him. He's just a harmless old drunk. Probably saw lizard folk or dragonborn or something.
You think I don't know the difference? All those spines on their backs, those jaws. You've never seen anything like it. Not lizard folk, not troglodyte, not dragonborn, I'm telling you.
No one believes in Sorax anymore. Oh, except the Church of Einar, of course. There's a Sorak under every bed if you believe them.
Easy now. Don't mock people for their faith.
Read them books. Sorax are masters of deception, infiltration. Anyone here could be a Sorak. You'd never know.
Oh, come on.
Huh, you'll see.
So, anyway. Sorax might be legend, but orcs are quite real, and not just in the Badlands. I stumbled across a secret settlement right here in the Principality.
That is preposterous.
I traveled here from the east and left the main highway, hoping to save time by traversing the hills. The views were magnificent, but I should have kept my eye on the path, because it gave way beneath my feet, plunging me into a Stygian darkness. Ow. That's going to leave a mark.
And such we are now with Cormaker in the cave, maybe potentially meeting some orcs. It looks like we have already here some totems up ahead. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, what will await us behind these totem doors and what the last but not least our orc companion has to say, we shall find out in another episode. So let me know in the comments down below what kind of classes you have created. Share some builds with me. I'd like to have a look at them. And of course, stay along and tag along and like and subscribe for the whole series to watch of Solasta Crown of the Magisters. Fingers crossed we're gonna make it to the very ends of this campaign and the DLC campaign, and then maybe even the other DLC campaign as well, if you guys are interested in. And of course, if you want any specific guides or help with some things, let me know in the comments down below, and all the links will be also found in the sections above. No, below. Above is nothing. Maybe the link to the next video. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time.